Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I recorded a drugstore foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoy this video and don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. By the way, I know it's been a while, but thank you guys to those who have been sticking with me, and thank you for 400 subscribers. I forgot to mention that. I appreciate all of you. You know, sometimes we go through things in life, but I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to be back, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and thank you again. Okay, I already primed my face with the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, and now I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade 03 Light Beige. By the way, I forgot to mention, I'm only using 1 pump of this foundation. I should have done half my face with foundation and the other half without, but whoops. As you could see, the foundation has really good coverage, and I still have a little bit left, so I'm just gonna kind of get this and kind of dab it on any spots that I need more coverage on. And the way I like to apply this is by just dipping it and then blending it, and of course I might go over it with my beauty blender. See, like, I love how this looks, and I'm not really a brush person, so that just say a lot about the foundation. So now I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline FIT Me in the shade 02 Sand. I really love this concealer because it's really hydrating, and I feel like no matter how much you put, it doesn't get cakey. But then again, I don't want to say that and then somebody ends up putting a lot and then it's like super cakey, but I really like it, and I think it's good for summer because it's not really drying, and you don't want to really use a heavy concealer in these really super hot weathers. Have you guys ever heard of that supposedly your beauty blender has like mold in it? Well, I did that because I've had this beauty blender since like 4 years now, and I always, you know, washed it and kept it in good condition. So I cut it because I was really curious to see if there was mold, and there's actually nothing, so I wasted a beauty blender. But I figured I would keep the top just to blend little things like, you know, concealer like this. But I was shook when I, you know, found out there wasn't no mold because I've had this for such a long time. So these things are pretty good. Okay, now to set my concealer, I'm going to use my COTY Airsprun powder in the shade Translucent. People say that they don't like the smell because it smells like old lady, but it smells like baby perfume to me. I don't know, I really like it. No complaints. And I like to set my nose with that because my nose is literally the one place I get super oily, right here in the center of my forehead, my chin. If you have, you know, smile lines, set those too. Okay, now for my face, I usually set it with the COTY Airsprun powder, and I also use the True Match Super Blendable powder, but this is pretty old and I don't want to risk like breaking out or anything like that, so we're not going to use that. So I'm going to go ahead and go in again with my COTY Airsprun and just dip the end of the sponge on this and just, you know, set usually where I apply my contour because I don't want it to look patchy or anything like that. I'm gonna just go and dab. And voila. Now I'm gonna go and do for bronzer. I'm gonna use the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I absolutely love this. I love the smell too. And I'm using the Wet n Wild brush, which is $1, which is crazy. And for the shade for the Butter Bronzer, in case I didn't tell you guys, it's the shade Bronzer. And then I have a tip. If you want your bronzer to look a little bit more like a contour, instead of having to get a different shade or, you know, use 2 different bronzers for that, I usually get a smaller brush that has the tip like this. And then what I do is dig in the bronzer and then kind of with this part of the brush, I just define it a little bit more, and you could tell just by doing that it made it a little bit sharper. And then just kind of like sweep it slowly and blend it up and then go back and forth, and you could tell it chiseled to look even more. For blush, I'm using one of my all-time favorites, an oldie but a goodie. It's Milani in the shade Luminose. It's so pretty. It's like a salmon peach color, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it. And if you happen to go a little bit heavy with the blush, just get the translucent powder on the sponge and dab it over, even though I feel like this looks fine. And if you guys want to highlight, this is also a pretty good highlighter. It's by Physicians Formula in the shade Tiki. I'm going to go ahead and apply it so you guys could see. Don't know if you guys could tell. It's really subtle, but it's there, but it's still subtle, but I feel like it's really buildable. But right now I don't really want that intense highlight, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okay guys, so off camera I just was going for a natural look, and then I ended up with this. But this concludes my foundation routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching.